Alright, a bit of an update. So, I had to order some more parts, just so I could get on with some bits and pieces. So I'll just show you what parts I've got and what I'm going to be doing today. I had to order these infill parts, which are these. I've prepped them all ready to go in. They effectively go in there before I can then spot weld these back in. I have painted the back underside of these because I won't be able to get to them. And I've also painted, as everyone else seems to be doing it, I've painted inside where the sill meets the floor, but only done weld through primer on that surface and that surface. So I'm going to get that on both sides, get these little, I don't know what they're called, but I think they just close off the seal section in the door bin. So that's that. I've prepped the battery box. I had to order a new one because I didn't have one when I got the floor. So that's all been prepped, ready to spot weld in with my super duper spot welder arms. I've also, so with the floor there was no strengthening plates, so I've ordered some of them, and obviously the closing panels, and also the bit that goes on there and then welds to the inner wheel arch. Obviously I've got that for both sides. So on the front inner wings, I'm not happy with this. This has been cut and rounded at some point, and this is just a bit manky. There is that's a bit rough. So basically I've got some repair sections which go on there like so. So I'm more than likely just going to cut out kind of that section and weld that in. I don't really want to cut that whole section out there. The bigger and more to the middle that I cut out and weld, the more it's likely to distort. So that's, I'm going to do that on both sides, just because the other side is even worse than this side, and I'm just not happy with it. So all this has been prepped in here. I've got a few repairs to do here, and so I've got to do this lip around the back at the bottom of the boot. It's actually gone, don't know if you can see that, it's gone sort of lower actually into the hinge part. So what I've done, I've actually ordered, M Machine do some repair sections. They do that piece and that piece, but they don't all join up, and amazingly this is actually £90 less than the whole boot and rear window panel. And looking at it, they actually cut it from, I mean, look at the state of that cut. They actually cut it from a rear panel. So you're effectively, when you buy that section, you're just buying the rear boot and window section, the complete thing that they cut down. So that's going to be one of my next jobs. I want to do, what I've worked out is that is going to be much easier to weld when it's in this position. I can get to everywhere. Obviously the floor's not in the way, so that's going to be the next job. And what I'm looking to do, I've ordered 2 genuine rear quarters, purely because there is a section here that's rusting through, and yes, they do a repair section, but the problem is that repair section is flat and this has got a slight curve to it. And those the M machine panels that Keith gave me, they're also flat at the bottom, even though they're a whole panel. But the genuine, the heritage ones are actually they've got the same curve on them, so it's not a great amount of curve. So what I'm actually going to probably do is replace the whole quarter panel, because what I also don't like is, because that's a bigger area, that always distorts, and it just looks crap. So I'm going to, you know, I am trying to salvage as much as I can and not replace panels, but I just feel it's going to look rubbish if I try and repair it. You know, I don't want to put loads of filler on it, so I am going to replace both the rear quarters, but I can do that once it's up on in. I mean, when you look at that, even if I cut a repair section out of that, I don't know what someone has done to that, but you know, I just don't want to put loads of filler on it. So so I'm going to replace that panel as well. This one, the lip, you know, I may even just cut a little bit less out of this one, but it's, you know, that's too far gone. I need to do something with that, so that repair section will help out with that. So I'm looking to get this done today stroke tomorrow, because I've got to get that on top of that, because I need to make space. So that's them welded on. Battery box in. Lovely jubbly. I've just welded that bar in there. It's touching both the rear light cluster bottom mounts, and it's just going to give me something to measure to when I cut that section out, because I've got nothing to work to. So that's what that's for. So it's partially, well, it's almost welded on. Remember, I'm still learning, so needs a bit of so basically I've obviously used a bit of copper on there, which I've flattened and bent round. I find it much easier working like that because then I don't blow so many holes. So you can see there that I've blown a hole in there. I don't know whether it's just my welder's a bit too powerful. I have tried turning it down, but so it gives a better finish on the outside, less warping, less filling, less grinding back really, compared to the inside where obviously so that's another job nearly out of the way. I'm actually quite happy how that sort of come out. I've got the right measurement between there and there, and the boot opening is the same width, so all good.